Ready. And read.
56. Check 56.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
Right on. Travel.
Say,
Go.
watch the twist. Watch the twist.
He gets it to Thomas. 23 yards, the final tally. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Check 3.
Check 50. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
That's my boy.
Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, son.
Smooth.
You must be dreaming.
Hey, gun.
48. Look, hey, we gonna mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Get that quarterback.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, 75 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 76 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Forced out to his left. This one complete to Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
48 Mike. Ain't no exit. We taking wins home.
48's the Mike.
Watch the slant.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down
21.
inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders. 35 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Danny. Ready, go.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Go, run.
11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Here's Jackson to throw. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback.
Mike 56. Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Right there.
Pick it up.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Get ready.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
48's the mic.
Hey.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now.
Back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Greystone travel. 1 Omaha.
24, check 24.
Hey. High 7.
Crunch.
Mike 41. Mike 41.
I got one. 41's the mic.
Garoppolo to throw.
Here I come.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go. 41.
65. Hey, Echo.
To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Wait. Go.
48, Mike, 48. Go.
21. We had.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Shift. Watch this.
Good. Ready, take.
Brees now on first down. And Thomas has it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Hey, break it down, fellas.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Kamara. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Ready? Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees eluding the pressure right. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Rip left.
From midfield, here's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. Dancing to his left. Steps away to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Now, that's a pretty play right there, and what I'm thankful for is it wasn't me in that situation, because one of the toughest things about defending the deep ball is not panicking. Because the longer you run with a receiver, you're trying to figure out, am I close to him? Can I make a play on the football? Will I be there when the ball actually arrives, what we call the moment of truth? And in this case, the defender did not panic, stayed right with it, and batted it away.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
We got 4.
Throwing now is Brees. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On play action, now Brees. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
6'6", bullet high.
See what you got. Back. Switch.
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tight dog.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball.
Hey, begin. Set, go.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Hey, Lobo.
Mike 47. It's just
61. Match box. Right.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
right there.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Quick.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Rotate. Spell.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
54. Mike 54.
Come off the ball hard.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From a yard out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ready? We ready?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
5-9.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 70 ending. H3. Sway team. Come.
I smell fear in that offense.
On 1st down, Ingram, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Ready. 10. Touchdown. 22. Jet bomber. 22. Jet bomber.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
On the double.
47's the mic.
66. Bullet. Ha. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run.
We want it. Come to my way.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Let's go.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's going to be a long day. 12.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike's 47.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Flush to his right. Snead's got it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 35 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Saints take over.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 75 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Ready.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
Hey, kill.
They'll try the draw. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch 61. Match box. Light.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check.
Same on.
Check.
Hut, hut.
Out.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff, it's Mark Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Watch the whip.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 43 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.